To start the transport management system. So first of all, before we go in detailed way, transport management system. So first of all, what is TMS? What is TMS in SAP? What is TMS in SAP? So what is transports in outside of the SAP here? Outside of the SAP, transport means to move the people, to move the people from one place to another place, right? So maybe one place to another place, we need a transport, right? We are the bus, trucks, we are the transports. We definitely that is required here. So same way in SAP also, what is transport means? Transport is used to move the changes, objects, manage the objects, control the objects. So from one system to another system. So in orderly to move the changes across the system, so we need the TMS system, TMS configuration is required in across the system here, across the landscape here. Suppose we have the development, we have the quality, and we have the production system here, right? So we have the development system, then we have the quality system, so we have the production systems are there. So normally all the developments will happen in the development system, right? So that's why we have the developments. Then all the developments, changes, changes, fixes, right? Object fixes, all those things will happen in the development system. So those changes we will move to the quality for the testing purpose. Why? Because, sir, can't we do everything in the one system? No. Why? Because it should be the separate. Otherwise, there is a clash, right? So that's why here the testing related quality means the testing will happen here before it's go production. So that entire proper testing will happen in the quality environment. Then the changes will go to the production system here. The changes will go to the production system here. So this is the live system here. This is the live system, which means here all the business users will log in. They do the work here. So if any error, any code error, any code fix, bugs, any changes are required, then they will start from the development, then quality and production. Then something is required, then again they will go to the call development, quality, production. So like this, across the landscape to move the changes from one system to another system, we need the TMS landscape is required here. TMS landscape is required here. Basically, the transport process is basically exporting the object from the your development source system and importing into the your SAP system. That's why export import method. There, client export, entire data we are exporting. That is called the client export and import. There is no segregation of the data here. But here, single objects, bug fixes, we can move via TMS, we can move it here, right? TMS means transport management system here. So, sir, why we need a transport system here? So why we need this TMS system here, right? Why we require this one? So now what is mean by what is transport to move the changes here? So why it is required here? So why it is required here? Why it is very important TMS system in SAP here? So normally in a landscape, in a SAP landscape, the TMS components will play the TMS will play the major role in the development, in the customization environment. The TMS will play the major role here for CTS components. So here for managing the transports, changes, record of the changes, who done the changes, what done is proper manner. We need the CTS, like this one is required here. This one we required here. So here normally, let's take the simple example here. We have the developments, then the quality server and the production server. Normally, the transport cycle is for every development, anything in SAP, every developments, any objects, it will happen in the development system. There are no users will log in here. Only our IT teams will log in and will do the developments here. Then they will go to the production. is to quality, then followed by the production. So entire this configuration will be managed by the our so TMS landscape here. So what type of customization they will do? What type of customization means what type of developments they will do? Customization means developments here. What type of customization? So customization means based upon the customer needs, based upon the customer needs, based upon the customer needs, we will change the object, either standard object or we will create the custom object here. Based upon the customization is a process of changing the changing the object structure according to the customer need. We will perform the we means our development team consultants, they will perform the changes in SPRO or some other transaction codes. They will perform it here. Then they will record the changes into the one request. Then they will move to the quality system. From there, they will do the testing. Everything is okay or not. Then we will move to the production, which means whatever you are doing the changes here in the across the landscape, it will be same. It will be same here. It will be same here. So it will be same. It will be same means in all the systems, the configuration should be same. Then only we will success the change in the production environment. We will rule out the changes into in the production environment without any issues here. If it is not the same configuration, the development, quality, production, not the same configuration. So here in the quality, the change will be, the transport will be imported successfully, but when it goes to the production, that will be failed. Why? Because it's not the same. So that's why we have to maintain the same configuration in the all the three systems here. So normally all the customization changes are client specific changes. Client specific changes means can only do the changes in the all the customization. Almost most, not all, but almost all the changes are client specific changes here. All the particular client only in the particular client you are changing means it is applicable for only for that client only, not for all the clients here. So some changes are cross client. Some changes are cross client changes here. Cross client, which means it is applicable for the all system clients. Cross client changes means all other system clients it is applicable here, right? So via transport, the data will be moved to the from one system to another system here. What type of data? Client specific data or cross client data? So what type of data? Client specific means only dedicated to that client only. Cross client means it's applicable for the all the system clients here, right? So what is mean by repository and development changes here, right? Apart from that customization objects, development object, apart from that customization object, collection of client specific and cross client is called the repository. Means repository is the one of the storage here, one of the storage, some kind of container. It will store the all the client specific and cross client objects will be stored into the repository. So once the it will store into the repository here. It will store into the repository in the system here, right? So any client, suppose if I take the one client, here, this is a 100 client here. In the 100 client, we have the normally we have the three types of data are available in the 100 client here, right? Three types of data is available here. The one is the user master data, user specific data here. The second one is the application data, application specific data here. Application data. The third one is called this is called the cross client dependent customization data here. This is the customization data here. So each and every client, there are the three types of data are available here. One is the user master records, means user IDs and passwords and everything here. The second one is the application data, your SAP application data available here. The third one is called the client dependent customization. Client dependent customization data is available here. So every client, if you take it out, any client, if you create it, there are the three types of data are available in every client here, right? So one is the user. It contains the user logon information, including user login, user passwords, user settings, all kind of things here, right? This is a UME, right? Why? Because user management is the client specific management here, right? Application data is so master data and transactional data. In application data contains master data and transactional data here. Master data and transactional data here. Normally the applications will do the, so you application users will perform the changes, right? Those data is called the master data. And so master data means which will come as part of the SAP here. Then transactional data, which our users will do the transactions here. Next one is the client specific data, client dependent data here. Only contains the configuration specific. Only this client related settings only. This client related settings here. This client related settings here. Okay. There are the three types of data. As I mentioned here, this is a very important. One is the user master record data, then customizing data, and application data. Application data are kind of independent, client dependent. Normally, there are two types of data, right? In the client application data, there are two types of data, master data and a transactional data here. Master data means such as vendor master data, materials, company. Those are called the master data, which we will get from the SAP. So then transactional data means transactions means sales orders, financial orders, POs, and so on. Those are the transactional data here, right? Those are the application data here. So then customization means it's kind of customization, client dependent customization, some client specific settings, client specific object changes, client specific table store data storages, this kind of data in the here. Then, right? So those are the client specific here, right? So those are the client specific related things here. So normally this kind of data, any data, either user master data, application data, client dependent data, we will move from development to quality, and quality to production here. Why? Because the change is required here. Then we will start the development here. We will move to the quality. From here to here, we will do it here, right? We will do it here. That is the TMS configuration flow will happen like this here. So what type of data, where we will change in the client, we will change the data. What type of data? Either application data, user master data, so client dependent, so customization data, we will change it here, right? So we will change it from in the systems here. Before do the changes or anything, so first of all, how to configure here, how to configure the changes here, how to perform the TMS configurations here. So let's talk about the configurations here. How to set the configurations here. The configuration is very important here. The configuration is very important. Performing the configurations here, it is the very important here. So here every client, once again we have the three types of data here: user master data, application data, client dependent data, client dependent customization. So cross client means only client specific. What about the cross client here? Cross client means keeping the all the entries into the cross client tables, like logical system is for logic. Some data is the cross client, which means it's applicable for the all the clients in the system. Suppose like logical system, client table entries. So, and also repositories table, some of the table entries are the that are the cross client. Cross client means it's not one specific to the one client. It's all the clients. Customization means only specific. Client specific means only So specific to that client only, specific to that client only, we will do the changes here, right? So now let's talk about the configuration here, how to perform the configuration. So yeah, workbench, repository are the interchangeable terms, right? Yeah, it will be changeable. Yeah, in the repository, yeah, it will be interchangeable changes here. So to perform this configuration, first of all, what we have to do? First of all, we need the three systems in the landscape to perform the TMS configuration. So we need the three systems in the landscape here. Yes, either more than one is required to move the changes here. So we have the three systems, right? NWD, I think we have NWD, then we have the NWQ, then we have the NWP. We have the three systems are there in our landscape here, right? So then in the out of these three systems, first of all, as part of the TMS configuration, one system we have to make it as the domain controller. One system we have to make it as the domain controller here. So what is mean by domain controller? So domain controller means domain controller will control the remaining systems in the landscape. It will control the entire TMS flow. There is only one domain controller. So it is used to control the landscape. It will use it to control the systems. It will use it to control the changes here. So there will be only one domain controller in the landscape. Normally, initially, it's a development, but later later, maybe any system we can make it as a domain controller. Out of these three systems, any system we can create a domain controller here. Any system we can create a domain controller here. So in the domain controller system, what we have to do to make one system as a domain controller, first of all, we have to log into the, suppose in out of these three systems, let's take the NW development as a domain controller system. To make it development as a domain controller system, we have to log into the 000 client, any one of the user. We have to do all the changes in the production. So go to the in the 000 client only for TMS configuration. Go to the transaction code, STMS transaction code. Then just give the domain underscore SID is the syntax. This is the syntax we have to provide it to the configuration. Domain underscore SID. So SID means domain underscore NWD. We have to give it here. NWD, we have to give it here, right? That is called the domain controller configuration. Why? Because as part of the TMS configuration, the first step we have to make one system as domain controller. The one system is called the either development or quality or production. Most of the cases, some people they will go for the production. Why? Because production is the high availability system. Some people they will go for the development here. But in our previous landscapes and everything, so production is the domain controller system, or we can make development is the domain controller systems here. So then remaining systems we can add it to the here. So first of all, we will make domain controller system here. In this case, we have to log into the system with with 000 client. Let me log into the our system. Since we have the three systems in the landscape, right? Let me configure these three systems into okay DQP. The three systems here. QP. So first of all, I will configure the all the entries here. Development. Okay, we have development system. So production also we have, is it same? Production 202. Yes. Then, so develop, let me add the quality as well. To 0. To Windows 2. Instance number 00. Right? So log into the development system here. Right? So with the 000 client. Then any one of the user here. Then STMS is the transaction code. Then so configuration already there. Let me remove the configuration here. Okay. So whenever the first time when you are configuring the configuration, if you go to the STMS, it will ask the please provide the domain controller name which system. So I am making NWD as a domain controller system. For that one, you need to log into the 300 client, DDIC, STMS, domain underscore SID. So then domain underscore NWD. Then click on the save button here. So when doing this configuration, when doing this TMS configurations and everything here, so here there the some configuration will be created automatically. That is called the so one user will be created in 000 client. That is called the TMS EDM user will be created. Then two RFC destinations will be created. That will starts with the TMS EDM star. Then TMS SUP star to RFC destinations, and one job will be created that is called the RDD IMP DP. This will be triggered automatically. So no need to create all those configurations and everything here, right? See here, the first we are creating the here configuration, then there is a user is getting created here, right? This is a very important point here. What is the user which is getting created when you are performing the TMS configuration here, TMS ADM user. Then that is done. You are logged into the domain controller system, right? You have configured the TMS configuration now. Domain controller configuration, you have done it now, right? So while doing this configuration, as I mentioned here, one user, then to RFC destination means SM59. If we go to the here, there are the two RFC destinations here, right? So it will be auto generated. It will be automatically it's generated here, right? This is the connection test here. Then it's working here. So the user ID here is maintained. The here is called the so TMS ADM user 000 client here, right? 000 client here. So then here there is a two RFC TMS ADM TMS SUP. This is a supplementation RFC connection, the second one, right? So this one, if this is not working, then this will take care of the responsibility here, right? Supplementation. So that's why two RFC destination is created here. Then one background job in SM37, we know that will be created here, right? So this is the way how to create the domain controller means we have to log into the 000 client, then DDIC or any user in the 000 client, STMS transaction code, then we have to type the domain underscore SID, right? This is the way we have to configure the domain controller configuration. Then the next step as part of the TMS configuration, step number 2, how to add the systems into the domain controller system. So how to add the systems into so DC domain controller. Why? Because if you take your office in the so your the office in the Hyderabad, then Bangalore and Chennai. So here you have three locations. You have the office. In three offices, you have to make one office as a main branch here. Then remaining two branches you have to include into the main branch, right? So that is called the main branch and sub branches here. Same as like here, Out of the three systems, we have to make one system as a main branch. Then remaining two systems we have to add into the your main branch, which means our domain controller system here. How to add the systems into the domain controller, remaining systems. For this one, suppose we want to add the quality. So then log into the 000 client, then any one of the user, then STMS provide the domain underscore SID. SID is called the your NWD. We have to give it. Well, because you are adding into the domain controller. Then here the SID, what is the SID here? Your what is the main domain controller SID? NWD. Then NWD we have to provide it here. So let's go to the our quality system here. Right. So there quality, then 000 client, then any one of the user, then here once you log in, then go to the STMS transaction code. Then here let me delete the configuration first, because it's already done by someone. Let me delete all those things again. Right? So when you go to the STMS, here it will ask the or we have to provide the domain underscore NWD, and we have to provide the NWD details. We have to provide it. Why? Because our domain controller system is NWD. So we are adding this your quality system into the your development. Then we have to provide this one. Click on the save button. Then here there is a one user, then two RFC destinations are getting created here, right? You can see here two system RFC system is waiting to be included in the transport domain, which means this system is waiting for waiting for approval from the domain control system here. Then then how to add the systems into the domain control means here this is the way. Then once you give the details here, then log into the your development system means your domain controller system. Then go to the STMS transaction code. There is a systems overview. So right, systems overview. Select the your quality system. So there is a it's waiting for the waiting to be included, right? Your quality system is waiting to be included. Waiting to be included means it's waiting for the approval from development. So here select the system, go to the menu. Here we have the SAP system. Then click on the approve button here. So that you are accepting that to be added into that system. Now see here, this is added, this is added. You have the two systems you have added into the your TMS landscape here, right? Waiting to be included. Just refresh the configuration, just come back to the here, then you will see the now it is nothing is there. It is active here. It is active here, right? Now you see two more RFC destinations are created in the system here. See, we go to the STMS. There is a TMS ADM, NWQ, TMS ADM, NWQ. Two RFC destinations are created here, right? Then how to add the one more system here? You have the one more system. Any system, any new system, how to add into the domain controller system means we have to log into the 000 client, DDIC, STMS, domain underscore, your domain controller SID, you have to give it here. Same way, we'll log into the production. There is only one domain controller system in the landscape, not more than that here, right? Just go to the here, then DDIC. Oh, this password is wrong here. Something wrong here in 000 client. What is the password for the production? NWP. Anyone tried this one? What is the password? Okay, it's working. Keep it common passwords so that others it won't lock. Okay, so STMS, go to the STMS. Then here also configuration is there. Delete the configuration here. Go to the extract and delete the configuration. Then when you go to the NW, so STMS, it will all include the system into the domain controller system. Then provide the domain underscore NWD. Then NWD. So just click on the OK button. There is a each and every system. There is one SID, there is one TMS ADM user, two RFC destinations will be created. So see here, this is also, this system also waiting to be included in the domain, right? In this case, what we have to do? We have to log into the domain control system, refresh, you will see the three systems again here. But all these three systems are, two systems are active, one system is inactive, means waiting to be included. Then log into the domain control system, we have to approve it. Without approval, then is the system, the production system cannot be added into the your domain controller, right? Just click on the add the system, then distribute it, then here the three systems are added here, right? So here are the three systems here. If we go to the transport import overview here, you see we have the three systems in the landscape here. Here are the three systems in the landscape here. TMS configuration here, right? So we have done the configurations here. TMS configuration we have done it. Is it? No. Only adding the systems we have done it here. Adding the systems we have done the configuration here. Then what next here, right? Then transport routes and transport layers here. The next step was to domain controller configuration. Then next one, we had to add the systems into the domain controller and approvals. Once done, then we have the transport routes and transport layers. Next step is the, as part of the configuration, transport routes and transport layers here. So what is mean by transport routes? The routes means the route between development to quality, the quality to production. Why? Because we have the three cities here. To transfer the data from one city to another city, then there is a connectivity, means we have the RFC connectivity, then there is a road. Transport routes are required here. So there are the two types of routes are there in SAP here. One is the one is the consolidation route, consolidation, and second one is called the delivery route, consolidation and delivery route here. There are the two types of routes are there here, consolidation and delivery route here. Consolidation means the route between the development to quality is called the consolidation route. Development and consolidation means customization route. Here the customization will happen right in the development. Then so development to quality, any route, that is called the consolidation. Then the route between quality to the final production means we are giving the delivery to production, right? This is called the delivery routes here. This is called the delivery routes here. Delivery routes here. So there are the two types of routes here, consolidation and delivery routes here. So the consolidation means so the route between the development and quality, the between the place, that is called the consolidation. The route between quality to production is called the, that is called the, that is called the delivery route here. Suppose if I take the outside of the example here, so we have, suppose like let's take the maybe I will take it after that. So why? Because some people they won't understand this example, so that's fine, right? So now you can understand what is mean by consolidation route and delivery route here. Then there are the two types of layers also available here. One is the SAP layer. The second one is the ZSID layer here. ZSID layer. SAP layer means SAP standard objects will go via this layer. Layer means lanes. Layer means lanes here. So lanes. So whenever you are traveling from one city to another city, there is a national highway. In the national highway, in the road, we have the lanes, right? So left side, right, middle lane, right side lanes here. Lanes means layers here. In the left side, we have only slow vehicles, learners, and two-wheelers. They will go via that line. And middle layer, those are the speed, not the speed, maybe slow driver, slow trucks, and everything will move via middle layer. And so right side, then you will go for the high speed. So crossing vehicles and everything, they will go via line. So like that, how we have layers, layers means lanes in the transport, same as like in SAP also we have the layers here. One, we have the two types of layers here. One is the SAP layer, second one is the ZSID layer here. SAP means SAP standard objects will go via this layer, and this is the ZSID means customization objects where our developers will develop. So those objects will go via this layer here, via this layer it will go here. So where we have to configure all kind of things here, all kind of things. So where we have to configure here. If we go to the domain controller system, which means NWD, so then STMS transaction code, there is a so roots concept here. You can see the roots concept here. If you go to the roots here, normally it will be it's a deletion. We have to delete the configuration. Whenever the newly configured system, you will see the right. You will see the, if you go to the roots, it see the empty here. We will get the empty here. Then just go to the here display and change mode here. Then there is a configuration here. There is already templates are there. There is a three systems in a group. Here. Just go ahead and what is the development system? NWD, NWQ quality, NWP production. Like that, we need to define the groups, three systems in a group. What is meant by transport group means all these three systems will use the one common trans directory at operating system level. At the operating system level, you see here there is a one common trans directory here. USR SAP trans directory here. So it will use the for the transport means exporting the data into the trans directory, importing into the other systems here, right? So here it will use this common trans directory here. That's why we are setting up the group here, right? Three systems in the group here. So click on the save button. Activate, distribute, and activate always. Then let me zoom in here. Then you see here we have the TMS roots configuration. We have done it here. Development, quality, and production here. So the route between development to quality is called the consolidation route. Then from here to here, this is called the delivery route here. Then in the we have the two types of layers here, right? One is the SAP layer. So here SAP related changes, standard objects will move via this layer to quality. Then customization objects will move via this layer to the quality system here. But both will come to the quality only. The both persons will go to the your destination city. But here the way they are going, one person they will go in the left side lane, one person will go to the in middle lane, they will go it here. Depends upon the vehicle, depends upon the vehicle, right? So here also depends upon the objects. So they will go via this lanes here. Lanes means layers. So customization objects, and here, so this is the one. So SAP standard objects here, customization objects, and SAP standard objects here, right? So here, what is mean by, so here, okay, let's park the topic here. Now this is the configuration, three systems configuration, simple three system configuration. This is the done, right? So suppose tomorrow if you are adding one more system here, if you are adding one more system, suppose like, suppose the example, you are building the new system, you want to add the one more system here, right? So one more system you want to add it here. New system builded. That is a fourth system come into the picture. Then same configuration here. Like same, you have to go to the fourth system, 000 client, then DDIC, then STMS, domain underscore, and NWD system details. You have to give it. That system will be added to the here. Then go to then approve it. That will come into the list here. Then here, the fourth system will come into the picture here. Suppose example, let me take the one dummy system here. Dummy system here. NW. So suppose like I will take like virtual system. Virtual systems we can create. That's dummy system. Okay. Virtual means it's a dummy. Just for safer side, dummy. That's why we have the virtual system, which means the system is not live, but it's a virtual system. Now, if we go to the transport routes here, we have the one system is there here. Then how to configure? Here, we have only standard configuration list. We have only 3 systems here. Then how to add the one more system here? Then come to the here. Then drag to drop here in the graphical mode. Add to the here. Let me zoom in. Okay, let me zoom in. That's fine. So now here we have the options to create the routes here. Add the transport route here. Right? Just to add the NWP2 again, it will go to the virtual here. Then what is the transport layer which we have to use it here? Customization. So then click on the consolidation or customization or delivery. Then choose it here. The route is added to the here. The route is added to the here. So like that we can add the routes. Like that we can add the routes here. Like that we can add the routes. Like that we can perform the configuration. Right? Like that we can perform the configuration here. Now we can see, we go to the routes. We have the 4 systems in the group here. No, I don't want the customization. I want to, this should be the delivery route means, then you can change it here. We can go to the change mode. This should be delivery here, not the customization here. Then, so then we can do the some changes here, not the customization changes here. It should be all again once they go to the production. Just for example, simple example I am giving here. So otherwise, I don't want to route here. Means however you want to take it, you can take it here. However you want to take it before it's going to the production. I want from development to here, the route should come here. Then here, then it should come to the here delivery. It should be delivery route here. Then then from here finally, so both systems will receive the changes here. No, I don't want to here. I want to remove this one. Means however you want to play, right? However you want to play, you can play with the routes here. Depends upon the your landscape strategy. You want to be directly. I don't want to go for the so quality to production. Then first it will go to the virtual system, one more system. Then I want here. I want to remove this one. Then I want to include this one from here to here. Just to draw, can drag to drag and drop. This is the delivery route. Configure. So you can see here. So now save it. Now what's happening? So now you have the 3 systems here. Now you have the 3 systems here. First development to quality, then quality to the change will come to the here one more XYZ system or VIR system, then VIR 2, then again changes will go to the your production system. So you have the four systems in the landscape here, not only 3 systems. So this is basically how you want to define your landscape. So same way you can define it here. Same way you can define it here. 2 delivery routes here, right? So like that we can define it here. See here, we want to one more system or one more landscape like that. So 2 development systems, then you can develop, you can create the one more system. Then here, from here to here, you can map it here. Then, so it's purely, this is a graphical editor. You can develop it here, right? So just for example purpose, I'm showing for this system, but this system is not there here. This system is not there here. That's why we have the 3 systems in the landscape here. So these are the how to add the systems into the landscape means this is the way. Right? So how to do the adjustments here. So this is the way. So then there is a transport target here. Sir, we have development, two more clients, quality, two clients here, one more client, one more client. I want to, suppose if you release the transport, I want to go to the two more clients here. At a time, it should be added to the two more clients here. Then here one client, then here to here one client. Then in this case, we need to create the transport target here. Okay, so transport target here. Okay, I think it's very confusing for you. Let me stop it here. What you can do now, because if I keep on telling, you will get confused. So you can practice up to here. Okay, up to here, configuring the domain controller again. Then how to add the systems here, approve the systems, then configure the transport routes, then configure the transport layers. Up to here, we can perform it. Then tomorrow in the next class, I will explain what is meant by transport target, transport group, then transport directory, what are the files and folders will be created. Then, so remaining things I can explain it tomorrow. Any questions, anyone?
Yeah, Ravi, I have a couple of questions. So in the real time, is the development, quality, and production on the same host, or they're on separate hosts?
Separate host.
So in that case, I guess when you were going to NWQ and NWP, the transport domain was automatically getting picked up. That's because they are in the same host in this scenario, right?
Yeah. In the other scenario, we have to provide the development host name and instance number. We have to provide it when you are configuring.
Okay. And if they want to change the domain controller, do you have to delete the configuration and then redo the configuration, or can you just change
We have to redo the configuration again. We have to delete it again. We have to delete it again.
Okay. And in any system, there can be only one landscape, right?
Yeah. So ECC, suppose if you take the NetWeaver, we have the one TMS landscape. ECC, then we have the one landscape. So suppose BW, separate TMS landscape. Yeah, every landscape. So we have the one TMS configurations, development, quality, and production.
Right, but you just said you can have like multiple development systems and like
N+1 landscape. Yeah, that is the very huge means. So some customers, so they have already went to go live. Okay, so that's why they will develop the parallelly two landscapes. Suppose like parallel two landscape means
in the same system,
not the same system, different development system. Suppose like support landscape. This is the support landscape. Initially, they have created the three system landscape, right? This is the project. This is the production. This is the production landscape. This is the quality. This is the development here. So this is only one production system here for everywhere. So only one production system here. So it's fine. The changes, okay, you went to the go live, it's fine. There are multiple projects, multiple go lives are happening. Country wise, they are going for the country wise or region wise, they are going for the go live here. Not at a time. All the shops, not instead of going for all at a time, they are country wise, they are going for the live here. One country they went for the live. So this is just for another country, they need to do the more developments and everything. But here, for this country related developments, they are already doing in the development system, quality system, and the changes are going like this here. But they want to go for they want more projects, or they are going for the more go lives and more shops, more business. In this case, what people will do, they will build the parallel landscape. It is called this is a support landscape. Why? Because once the go live is done, this is a support work. All support fixes, so remediations, everything will go via this landscape here. So then in this case, what they will do, if the new project is coming, means new country, they are going to live, new shops, then in this case, what they will go, they will build the parallel to development, they will build the one more development system. Then one more quality system, they will build it here, but not like that one more production. Then here they will create the transport landscape like this here, they will create it here. So here one production system, two developments, two quality system. This is the project support landscape. Then this is the project landscape, they will keep it. So in our language, we will call it as this is the N landscape. This is the N+1 landscape here. So here, some developers, they will start doing the support related development, fixes, remediations, they will go via this landscape. This route, they will go here. Some people, this is the project development. Then so project quality means there are multiple go lives, multiple parallel go lives, and those things, project related work, they will do their development here, then their quality testing here. Then once testing is done, they will go to the production here. So what they will do, instead of directly it's going to the production, then they will build the one more regression with combining these two systems. They will go for the one more regression. So they will go for this one. This is called the regression system. Regression. Why? Because these two changes here in the support landscape changes, here in the project landscape changes. Directly they are mixing into the production, but not sure how the behavior. That's why they will build the one more parallel system copy of the production, that is called the regression. Then here all the changes will mix here. Then let's observe it for 1 week. Is there any issues? No issues. Then from here to here, the data will be moved to the your production system here. Directly we cannot move it here. So regression, it will go. Something is happens, regression will be affected here, not the production. So here one more system like that. In the company's organization, the customers will go for the, so if they have the parallel go lives, so some customers, they won't happy go all the countries at one time, right? They have the business in the all the countries, then country wise they will go for the go lives here. First UK country, then UK country go live is done here, then US country go lives. Then in this case, what they will do, they won't do all the project activities here. Why? Because here already support activities are here. Then again, project development means both the changes will be mixed here. Then there is a interruption here. So that's why, suppose, why? Because when they are doing the project changes here, there is a immediately in the production bug is there, we need to fix it out. Then in this case, how they want to fix it here in the development, right? Why? Because support development, already the project is live here in the production, support to production. So that's why all the go live activities, they will perform in the project landscape. Then they will perform the support activity. Once the go live is done, then that to come to this here, then their changes also will be here. Then and the one monthly ones or weekly ones, whatever the developments happened in the here, those changes we will move to the in the development system, to in this development system weekly ones, that is called the retrofits from here to here. Why? Because we have to move the changes here. Why? Because here development quality is done, then weekly ones, then we will move the changes, whatever the developments are happened, we will move to the here, whatever the developments are happened, we will move to the here. Then tomorrow this country go live happens, then this country changes also will go via in this landscape. UK and US changes will go via this landscape. One more new country. Then once the go live is done, then one more new country. Like that. So the changes will go live. That's why if the big size customers, they have the project landscape and support landscapes, two landscapes here. But production is only one.
Mhm. And in this example, there's only one domain controller, right?
Yeah, one domain controller.
Okay. The other question I had was, if the three systems are in like three different hosts, how do you configure the common transport directory? Because in dev, there will be a different transport directory. In quality, there will be a
Mount
different
point.
transport.
Yeah. Mount points. All the systems will share the common trans directory here. So we will create the one common mount point here. Means our Linux team will create the common mount point here. Same mount point, they will attach to the development quality production, this project quality development sim, they will attach it. They will attach it here. Instead of creating the, suppose example, if you see here in 3390, I have one common trans directory here. where ECD, ECP production, ECC landscape, trans directory here. Instead of I creating the separate trans directory, what I will do, I will attach my this drive network share. I will attach this my share into the in the 3392. There we have the NWD, NWP systems are there. I will attach to the here. So it will use the this trans directory. Why should I create the separate trans directory here? It should will use there is a option file system mount points in the so Linux level there is a option. So your operating system team can help on that one. So what we have to do? So please mount the one trans directory into the across the landscape here. So they will mount it. It's very simple. They will mount it instead of creating the separate file system. They will mount it. So all the file systems, all the systems will share the common trans directory.
Okay.
Okay, anyone? Any questions? So that's why I'm not going to explain about the trans directory as well. It will be confusing for you. So for now, you can practice the just how to add the systems into the trans directory, how to create the domain controller, how to add the systems, then routes and layers. These 4 points I explained. So please practice only these 4 points. So don't go behind that. Okay.